Back in the early 2000s, co-op games were starting to become scarce. Finding a co-op couch adventure at the game store was like finding a needle in a haystack. So you better believe that when we discovered Borderlands was one of those titles, we were like,
whoa! Wow!
With that being said, the Borderlands series has become a well-known series and for good reason. Its over-the-top humor and cel-shaded graphics are a staple of the series.
Yeah! Things are about to get awesome! High five!
Borderlands 3 has just come out at the time of the recording of this video, and we wanted to put together a little presentation on the major plot points of the series. So, if Borderlands 3 is the first entry in the series you are going to be playing, or if you just need a quick reminder of the story of Borderlands, you came to the right place.
This is Obi.
This is Sobi.
And today we're going to be going over the story of Borderlands so far. In this video, we're going to be covering the plot of Borderlands 1, 2, and the Pre Sequel. However, we will not be covering the Telltale Heart games nor the comics.
So, you want to hear a story, huh? One about treasure hunters. Have I got a story for you?
Our story begins way before what transpires in the first game, or even before the story of humanity, with an ancient alien race known as the Iridians. The Iridians were a race of aliens that had amazing technology and weapons. Using this technology, they were able to spread across the universe, but some unknown tragedy struck, and the race was removed from existence. Before they were wiped out, they hid their wealth in what was to become known as vaults.
Eventually, after dominating the planet Earth, humans took to the stars. They started colonies on various planets and started to mine for things like raw materials and oil. During this time, the uprising of two major arms corporations known as Atlas and Dahl take their place in the universe. These two companies were in an arms race constantly, competing for bigger and better technology. Over time, the two companies land on a barren planet known as Pandora and quickly set up shop. They started setting up colonies and brought in convicts and forced them into slave labor. Eventually, there was a military group that was formed known as the Crimson Lance that helped instill order on Pandora.
The colonies prospered on Pandora for a while, but what they didn't know was that Pandora was at the end of a long 7-year winter, and that winter was coming to an end. When spring finally hit, all of Pandora's strange and beastly creatures emerged from a long hibernation, and boy were they hungry. They started attacking the human colonies in droves, and eventually the Dahl and Atlas Corporation left Pandora, leaving the miners, convicts, and new citizens to fend for themselves. It didn't take long before all hell broke loose. The planet was now lawless, and without leadership, bandit groups would soon form. At the same time as the colonization of Pandora, the Dahl Corporation formed some various settlements on the moon of Pandora known as Ellipse. As time went on, rumors of the ancient vaults started to rise. Every major company knew about the vaults and the vast wealth hidden inside, and all of them wanted a piece of the action.
It wasn't long before a vault was discovered on Ellipse, and mining soon began under the leadership of Colonel Zarpedon. During this mining, though, tragedy struck. As a massive rift formed on the surface of the moon, the event became known as the Krakening. As the crust of the moon ripped open, it removed the atmosphere of Ellipse, leaving it oxygenless. However, a small group of the Dahl Corporation did manage to open the vault, and what was hidden inside was kept secret by those whom opened it. Upon opening the vault, something happened, causing Zarpedon and her army to break away from Dahl, forming a group known as the Lost Legion. The Lost Legion fought to keep many vaults closed and keep its secrets away from everyone.
Pandora. This is our home. But make no mistake, this is not a planet of peace and love. They say it's a wasteland, that it's dangerous, that only a fool would search for something of value here. Then perhaps I am a fool. But do not be fooled by what Pandora appears to be. There was a legend. Many people tell it. The legend of the vault.
Over time, the legend of the vault grew and everyone wanted a piece of the pie. This went on for many generations. Mercenaries went up for hire known as vault hunters in a mass search. Somehow, rumors spread of the vault that was on the planet of Pandora, and this is where we meet our fearsome foursome: Lilith, Mordecai, Roland, and Brick. The gang are brought here by Marcus, an arms dealer, and the promise of riches upon finding and opening the vault. Their first stop was the small town of Firestone.
Don't be alarmed. I need you to stay calm and don't let on that anyone is talking to you. Start making your way off the bus. You don't have any reason to trust me, but I need you to believe that I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you find the vault. In a moment, you'll be greeted by a funny little robot. Do everything he says. You'll know what I mean when it happens. I'll contact you again soon.
Well, we're here. Don't worry about saying goodbye. I'm sure we'll be doing this all again soon enough. Get off my bus.
Upon reaching their destination, they were greeted by a mysterious vision of a woman who introduces herself as the Guardian Angel. Also, they are introduced to one of the most annoying video game characters, Claptrap.
I am CL4PTP. You may call me by my locally designated name, Claptrap.
With the help of Angel and other various inhabitants of Pandora, the gang sets out on a mission to find the legendary vault. But their quest would not be an easy one. Standing in the way of the vault were various creatures that inhabit the planet and various groups of bloodthirsty bandits that will stop at nothing to destroy our merry band. Eventually, with the help of Angel, the group finds their first of 3 parts to the key that will open the vault. After procuring this piece of the puzzle, the group is contacted by Commandant Steele and demands they give up the part of the key they worked so hard to earn. Of course, the group refuses, and they are contacted by Tanis, who helps the hunters in finding the rest of the pieces. So after some struggle, the vault hunters find the rest of the pieces of the key and give them to Tanis for safekeeping. However, what they did not know was that Tanis was working for Steele the entire time and was giving the Commandant the pieces to the key. After finding out that Tanis had betrayed them, the gang quickly make their way to the vault just as Steele is opening the door. What happens next was unexpected. As the door opens, a massive monster emerges called the Destroyer. This creature was the final safeguard left by the Iridians. After a long and tireless battle, they defeat the Destroyer. But after their battle, the Vault Hunters find that the legendary treasure that they were promised was nowhere to be found. There was no treasure all along. However, after the opening of the vault, an alien element known as iridium started to make itself known across Pandora. The discovery of the precious alien material caught the attention of the largest of the corporations, the Hyperion Corporation.
But I'm sure Tanis will pay you quite the fortune for it. Now go. I'll be watching.
So technically, the third installment of the series, the pre-sequel, actually takes place before Borderlands 2. With Iridium taking its hold on Pandora, the Hyperion Corporation moves in to take control of the precious element for themselves. The Hyperion Corp build a space station called Helios using a laser. They try and open the vault on the moon of Pandora. This is where we meet a fellow by the name of Jack.
Help! Lots of help! I got no idea who these asshole troops are or why they got a murder on for this space station, but they got me pinned! Come out! Right!
Jack, or John as some refer to him. Jack was just hired by the corporation and was trying to make a name for himself upon Helios. While the Hyperion Corporation was trying to open the vault,
Oh, son of a taint.
Hey, it's that Colonel! Execute plan and shoot that chick in the head!
Hello, Jack.
Okay, that's unnerving. Run!
Colonel Zarpedon and her small army, the Lost Legion, using the help of the Guardian, known as the Watcher, take control of Helios, and are planning to destroy the moon, keeping the vault closed from everyone who would try to open it. Young Jack, being who he was, enlisted the help of a new Vault Hunter along the side of some familiar faces. With the help of the new hunters and the return of Lilith and Roland, Jack sets out to recover Helios from Zarpedon and Zarpedon's newly found friend. The new Vault Hunters help Jack build a large army of robots, and using these robots they storm Helios to take it back. Upon doing so, we are introduced to the Iridians, and we find out that Zarpedon is gaining some mystical power from the ancient aliens. The new Vault Hunters eventually get the upper hand of Zarpedon, and take her and the Iridians down. At this point, we also learn that the laser that they were using was actually the severed eye from the Destroyer from the first game.
Mr. Tassiter? Mr. Tassiter, are you there?
Mr. Tassiter's been replaced, sweet cheeks. Starting today, you're working for me.
John, is that you?
Call me Jack, honey.
Also, Jack shows his true nature and takes over what was left of Hyperion Corporation, making him one of the most powerful persons in the known universe.
After Zarpedon's defeat, the new heroes make their way into the vault on the moon. Upon entering the vault, Jack stumbles upon an ancient rune. We would recognize this as a vault symbol. Jack investigates the rune, and when he touches it, visions rush before his eyes, showing him the future and the many locations of other vaults hidden across the universe, including another second hidden vault on Pandora.
Oh my God! I get it! I understand! I understand everything!
Jack starts to go a little crazy while he is receiving these visions, but just as he does, Lilith swoops in and punches him right in the face through the vault symbol.
Many months later.
Kill her.
What?
No!
If it weren't for people like her, our friends might still be alive. Ready?
This ain't us, Lil. This ain't you!
Fire! What the hell?
Now is not the time for bickering, Vault Hunters. War is coming, and you will need all the Vault Hunters you can get.
Call me Jack, honey. Handsome Jack.
Jack, now going by the alias Handsome Jack, is now the owner of the Hyperion Corporation and starts to take over Pandora, showing us his true nature. At this point, using his knowledge of the second vault located on Pandora, he invites all Vault Hunters to join him on his quest.
I can't just have some psychopathic murderers getting to the vault before I do. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cute that y'all think you're the heroes of this little adventure, but you're not.
And this is where we meet another group of Vault Hunters. The newly band of hunters make their way to Jack. Whilst on their way, they are surprised to find out that Jack has a trap set for them. You see, Jack does not want help to find the vault. He invited all of them just to kill them off. Removing the competition. Well, Jack almost succeeds in killing off the hunters, but the hunters somehow survive the explosion. They are saved by...
Allow me to introduce myself. I am a CL4P TP steward bot.
aka Claptrap, and are met with visions of the mysterious guardian we met in the first adventure. Again, with the help of the angel, they are led to the city of Sanctuary. Sanctuary is the base of operations and the home of the Crimson Raiders. The Crimson Raiders are what is left of the militarized force known as the Crimson Lance that was left on Pandora in the events before the first title.
The Crimson Raiders, led by Roland from the first game, are an anti-Hyperion task force with the goal of taking out Handsome Jack and keeping him from gaining access to the vault. After gathering some intel from Roland, you are granted access to the knowledge for a vault key that Jack has, and is being transported to Jack via train. With the help of one crazy little girl, Tiny Tina, who has a strange obsession with explosives, the hunters blow the train sky high, only to find out that Jack has the key the whole time. At this point, the Vault Hunters encounter Wilhelm, one of the Vault Hunters from the previous game. Wilhelm is now a cyborg working for Jack and stands in the way of the Vault Hunters. Of course, being the heroes of the title, they defeat Wilhelm and take control of his robotic power core. They use the core to shield Sanctuary from a laser attack from Helios.
That new core you found harder than a shiv into a Truxican sternum. Sorry, old Crimson Lance saying. Okay, I think we're in business. What the hell?
Hey, you know, I think it's finally time to tell you that little secret. Angel's working for me.
Lowering Sanctuary's shields, Jack. Executing phase shift.
That's not a power core! Raiders, the shields are down! The shields!
However, they are sabotaged by Angel, who turns out to have been working for Jack the whole time. We also learn that Angel is his daughter. We are also given the information that Angel is one of the 6 sirens that exist in this universe, and Jack is stealing her siren power to charge the vault key. At this point, Sanctuary seems to be doomed, but Lilith, also being a siren, stands up and uses her amazing powers to transport Sanctuary to the other side of the planet, far away from Jack's view.
Sup?
The hunters quickly set out after Jack and Angel. They hastily dispatch of Angel, and in doing so, they unleash Jack's rage.
Lilith, take the ball key test. I'm going after Jack.
Jack kills Roland in retaliation and captures Lilith and uses her powers to charge the key. Jack finally succeeds with his plan and opens the vault. Once again, the Vault Hunters are here to pick up the pieces.
The key's charged!
I'm not dying yet. You're too late, Bandit! I win! The greatest alien power Pandora has ever seen. And it's mine to control!
Like with the first vault that was opened on Pandora, a nasty creature appears and the Vault Hunters take it down. After the defeat of the creature, the Vault Hunters set their sights on Handsome Jack.
This is the end, Vault Hunter. Either you kill Jack, or I'll kill him for you. What's it gonna be?
They take Jack down, and Lilith tries to destroy the vault key.
Piece of...
Upon doing so, Lilith is granted a vision similar to the vision that Jack had in the previous game, revealing the locations of more vaults hidden around the galaxy. And this leads us to Borderlands 3.
There ain't no rest for the Vault Hunters. With Borderlands 3 just coming out, we're excited for the adventures we're about to undertake. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave us a like. All your comments are welcome. Until next time, this is Obi.
This is Sobi.
Signing out.
See you guys next time.